The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Just what has changed in Hannibal at the Mark Twain Boyhood Home and Museum in the last 46 years? We'll find out on Muddy River Gems, brought to you by Dot Foods.
In January of 1978, I arrived on the scene here at the Mark Twain Museum. And at that time, right here on the museum mall, we had 4 buildings, and that's what we had open to the public.
Well, Henry, we've made our way into the museum gallery.
Well, we wanted to maximize the visitor's experience in the building. We wanted to convey a number of Mark Twain's books. So here on the first floor, you come in and we have scenes that are obviously three-dimensional scenes relating to Adventures of Tom Sawyer, which is probably the most read of Mark Twain's books, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court.
That's coming up on the next Muddy River Gem, brought to you by Dot Foods.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Lynn Niewohner. Hi Lynn, how are you?
So far so good.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're here today because we're going to talk about something that it was a tradition in my family growing up, and I would imagine the same for other folks. So first, Lynn, you are the president of the Historical Society, correct?
Oh my God, yes I am.
Okay, all
yes,
right.
I am.
And you seem so excited about it. I love it.
I missed a meeting.
Yes.
And I got elected president.
You drew the short straw, right?
Yeah,
okay. And
that's how
so
it
now
works.
you're here talking to me, which I'm very thankful for.
And
so
I'm happy to be here.
Good. So the John Wood Mansion is it's definitely a historical landmark in Quincy, right?
It is.
And it's a beautiful place in and of itself. But especially around the holidays, it becomes like, it transforms into this
It
like...
is amazing,
right?
what they do. They,
Yeah,
not me.
not
what
you.
they do to it.
Okay.
I don't even decorate my own house, so.
You don't?
No.
Oh my gosh, I'm a decorator. My husband and I both love it. But you don't have to be because the John Wood Mansion, like we were saying, transforms into this like magical holiday miracle place.
It is.
And
there's cookies and hot chocolate, too.
Cookies and hot chocolate. And isn't there music?
There is.
Yeah.
All kinds of good music.
And you can go through, so this is the candlelight tour is what we're talking about.
And it's absolutely free, which is the best part of it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we actually charge for tours. And I'm a tour guide.
Okay.
And we charge $10 for a tour. And a lot of people come in to town from out of town and
sure.
want to see the place because it's iconic. I mean, the building it speaks to me as this is Quincy.
Right.
Because this was our founder's home, not his original home. He lived in a little baby log cabin.
Right.
And then a bigger log cabin, and then this.
And I learned a few things along the way, just in my years in Quincy and going through these tours, not necessarily just the candlelight tours, but the mansion tours. And you learn so much about John Wood, right, the governor, and also he had a big part in building even the columns in the, right?
He did. I mean, he actually cut the trees down and honed those columns himself by hand. Of course, by hand. They didn't have power tools.
Right. But things like that they're amazing to me because it kind of takes you back into, in time, gives you almost a greater appreciation for some of the technologies we have today, but also gives you an insight into who he was, how they lived.
He was an amazing guy.
Right?
He really was.
Yeah.
When you come to think of it. I mean, he's from New York, and they ended up in Quincy.
Yeah.
Naming the place.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions if you don't know that. So, okay, how old is the mansion?
They started construction in 1883, and they finished in 1885. So we started moving in shortly thereafter. Okay.
And there was at one time, I think, a threat that it was going to get torn down.
Well, actually, it was going to fall down.
Okay.
It got hit by termites in the 70s.
Oh, man, that's a termite heaven there.
And the whole thing is wood. So immediately they got on it and stopped the termite infestation, and that saved the mansion. And then there was a big fund drive to try to help raise money to secure the building and make sure that it would be there forever and ever.
Right.
And now we just every day I that I go by, I look at the roof and think, oh my God, I think we're going to need a new roof. I hope that's under the next term
Right.
of somebody else.
Someone else's presidency,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because
That's
it looks
awesome.
like it might start leaking. I'm not sure.
Well, fingers crossed it at least waits until you're out of there, right?
Yep.
So, okay. And then when did the Historical Society kind of take over or get access?
Well,
or
in,
how
in 1906, a lady decided that we needed a historical society, and we were actually the first historical society in Illinois. And
I didn't know that.
Yep, and she raised the money because they were going to tear the building down. There were businesses all along State Street, which was actually not called State Street at the time, and then down along 12th Street, and they wanted the darn thing torn down so that they could have all of their products brought in from the back door. And this particular woman, whose name is right this moment escaping me, and Jan Leimbach would kill me because she always
That's okay.
portrays
Sorry,
this
Jan.
person. She said, no, I'm not going to let that happen. How much do you want for the building? And she learned the amount, formed the Historical Society, and then started raising money. And in a short 3 months, she had the money collected to buy the property,
Wow.
and she saved the mansion.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that was 1906.
1906. Well, it's the history of the building is one thing for sure, but walking through and seeing the decorations, it really puts you in.
And this year,
Yeah.
we're bringing all of the toys that we have, all of the antique toys
Oh wow.
that we have in our possession, because a lot of people donate to the Historical Society, and some things, we have that already, and so we don't need it, but toys, we have quite the collection, and we're going to have all of the little toys sitting out.
Wow.
This particular year, we had fourth graders come through the mansion, and in I call it the where the family would sit by the fireplace and the kids would play, there was a China doll sitting there, and even the boys were like, what is that?
Yeah.
With the China face, and the hands and the feet are all China, and the rest of the doll, and I would let them touch it. There's going to be all kinds of toys for boys and girls because, kids played.
Yeah.
Even back then, they didn't make them start working when they were 3.
Right.
They got to play.
Yeah, they didn't work till they were 5.
All of our toys will be on display, and some of the docents will be able to talk about what that was and how it got that way.
Docent, that's the word I was thinking of earlier when you were calling yourself the tour guide. I was like, there's a fancy word for that, and I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
It's docent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And so toys and decorations and music and cookies and hot cocoa.
Actors.
Yeah.
Because Mrs. Wood will be there and John Wood will be there to
Okay.
talk a little bit about themselves and
Okay.
the house.
And it's all free.
And it's all free.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
And it's every weekend in December?
Not exactly.
Okay.
It's
all right.
the 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd, and then the day after Christmas. Because, and I always say this, you got family in town, and you're like, oh, now what do we do? We've opened the presents, we've eaten all the food. What do I do?
We don't want to
I
clean
know.
yet.
Let's take them to the John Wood Mansion on the day after Christmas,
Absolutely.
and they can go through.
Yeah.
And eat more cookies and drink more hot chocolate,
And who
then
doesn't
go
want
through
that?
for a tour.
Yeah, that's awesome. And,
Yeah. And listen to, you're right, listen to great music. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got all kinds of wonderful people. Logan Kammerer
he's amazing.
will be there December 16th. He's a guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Eventide Singers on December 20th. Oh my God, I got this wrong. He's there the 15th.
Okay.
Eventide Singers on the 16th. The string guitarist, students from Javot Music School on the 22nd. John Basinger and his brother-in-law Dave Herman, they play violin and viola
Ooh, beautiful.
on the 23rd, and then members of the Quincy Symphony Chorus on the 26th.
Wow.
So after you go through the formal parlor and then into John Wood's office, then you go into the big dining room where they used to have big dinners when he was governor, and then also they had dances in there. That's where you'll go and sit and listen to some good music, and then you're finished.
Yeah.
So
And it
it's like
sounds
a half an hour.
Right? Sounds like a great lineup.
Yeah.
And what time do these tours start?
Well, we have them every 20 minutes. They start at 5 o'clock, so 5:20, 5:46, 6:20, 6:40, and it's really kind of important that you call and just tell them you're coming, so
Okay.
we're not, we can't seat like 80 people, but we can seat like 30 people, and so we try to keep the numbers to about 30.
There you go. And you don't want to get turned away, and
No.
especially if you have your family with
Although
you.
we
so.
do have a lot of people that just walk in and say, I tried to call on a Saturday and no one answered. It's like, yeah, that's because we're not here on a
Yeah.
Saturday. But you can still show up, but we'd really love for you to call the Historical Society.
Yeah, there you go. Just
And
make a
you're
quick
gonna
call.
ask me
And
the number, right? 222-18 1835.
There you go, 222-1835, the Historical Society.
Look on my cell phone.
You did
and go,
great.
"Well,
Yeah, did great. Don't miss the candlelight tours at the John Wood Mansion.
Yeah, love to have you.
Yeah, it's awe-inspiring. It is a surefire way to get you in the holiday spirit, and
I
it's
can't
free.
bake, so I'll be buying cookies.
Yeah.
But other people do bake, and the cookies are wonderful. So
There
please
you go.
come. If not for nothing else, come get a cookie.
And to check out the mansion, especially if you've never been. I mean, it is a piece of Quincy history, and if you haven't been through it, you should at least go through it once. And what better time than during the holidays, right?
You bet.
All right,
For
Lynn.
free.
Yeah, right. Free. Lynn, thank you so much.
Thank you, kid. I
Happy
appreciate it.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank
to
you so much. All right, coming up next, Meg sits down with me and we chat about Hannibal. Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Find furniture for the family room, bedroom, dining room, or home office. With new items arriving every week, discover furnishings and inspiration to create a better life at home. Harvey's Furniture, our home, your home. Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
And welcome back, Meg Duncan, our Hannibal guru. What's going on, girlfriend?
None. Lots of stuff is going on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
So, of course, I love talking to you. I also love learning everything about Hannibal and what's going on. And we always start chatting before the camera starts rolling. And then I'm like, whoa. If I have questions, I'm sure maybe other people do as well. So then we just, then we roll and we pray for the best, right?
That's right. That's
right.
Yes. And it's great.
It is. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So Hannibal, especially around the holidays, there's always something cool going on, it seems.
Yep.
And I know that there are some things coming up, but first, let's talk about, yesterday, Brittany and I talked about girl Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And you have boys.
I have boys.
And we didn't know anything about what boys want. I guessed food, but I don't know.
They do.
They love food, but they don't want that as a gift.
They don't want that as a gift. They just want that as like on a tap.
Yeah.
That's always there.
Yeah, constant overturn of food.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally get
Yes.
that. Well, girls want everything expensive, and social media makes certain things trendy. And I was just curious if that is the same for boys, or if they have.
I think so. My boys are total opposites of each other.
Okay.
So one of my boys, my oldest, everything is hunting, fishing, you name it, as far as
Outdoor
that
sports.
stuff goes, and that's his thing. Like he's not real into sports, but that is sports, but he's just into the hunting, fishing type sport and building.
Okay.
And so it's like for him, it's like my husband is just like, yay!
Yeah.
And he runs to the store and gets him all this
He knows
stuff.
exactly what to get him. Yeah.
I honestly have no idea what we get.
Yeah, I'd be in the same
I
boat.
don't have a clue. He gets excited when he opens his stuff, and I'm like, yay, okay.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my other one, though, is very digitally inclined, and he loves, so we got him he won't watch this. We got him a camera that
Let's hope he's not going to watch it, but yeah.
I don't even know if he knows I do this.
No. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he doesn't find out before Christmas.
Right, exactly. So he loves to record video, things like that. So, so I don't know about, like, I do think that a lot of boys like a lot of like trendy shoes and name brand stuff. Mine just aren't into that, but I think there are a lot that really are into that stuff.
Influenced by quote unquote trends. I would
think
say.
So.
Yeah,
I definitely think so.
So now is your younger one? I think you said he's the digitally inclined one. Is he into like gaming and stuff like that?
He does like gaming, but he is more into just being silly.
Yeah.
So he loves to do silly videos. He loves to do
creative stuff.
Yeah, he's really creative.
That's awesome. Yeah,
it's fun to watch his stuff. Like he had to do some kind of project for school where it was supposed to be an advertisement to buy an island. That's what he came up with. I don't know where that was in the video.
Yeah.
But it was a great video. It was funny. So I do plan to post it at some point because it was really funny.
Please do.
Yeah, I will. He's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
So he's 14. So he's getting there with that. My other one once like my other one. So the other day, I just have to tell the story because it's hilarious.
Go for it.
I sent them a group text. The three of us, me and both of my boys, and one of them, the creative one, he's all answering me stuff like that. Connor says, which is my oldest, he says, okay. And then I get a little message, Connor left the group.
No. There has to be one of those in every family.
Exactly. I'm like, wow.
I could never do that. Could you?
No.
Ever.
Not ever.
We have giant family group texts, and they're always really entertaining.
Yeah.
But there's always that one, maybe two people that get annoyed by all the fun we're having.
And they're just like, leaving the group.
Yeah, peace out.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Loser.
And it was one message from his mother and his brother. That's three of us in a group.
Yeah.
Okay, Connor left the group.
That's so funny.
So
He's like,
rude.
I ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But, there is one in every group, I think, that's like, you know what? I got better things to do.
Yep.
Maybe he's hunting. Maybe he's fishing. Whatever he's doing.
Yes,
Either way,
right, yes.
we still love him.
We
right?
do.
Yeah.
We love him.
So it's good to know that, because I don't think all girls are just following trends or letting social media determine what they want. Because I don't want to make it seem like that's...
No.
I'm not painting everyone with a broad brush.
Right, of course.
There is some influence there, and I was curious if it was the same for guys.
Right. Well, they don't do social media, so that's part of it.
There you go.
And I don't think Connor,
he doesn't have time for that.
I don't think he'll ever do social media.
He does not have time for that.
No, not at all. So Logan's just not on there, and so so he doesn't see a lot of that.
Yeah, which is probably good.
Well, and he's the type too. I mean, you're lucky if he wears two shoes.
Yeah.
So
he's his own person.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I love all personalities because it really does take all kinds to make the world go round.
That's the thing.
It's just really interesting that a lot of times the polar opposites are in the same family.
Oh,
Isn't
I know.
it wild?
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
My
so
sister
weird.
just tagged me in something, and it was like, there's always the sister who plans everything, and then it shows a girl like sitting on a suitcase wheeling in really fast, and then the sister who just shows up to have fun, and I'm like, guess which one I am.
Are you the one just showing up?
I'm wheeling in on that suitcase, buddy. I am ready to have fun.
I feel like I'm the one that should be that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm the one who plans because I'm mom.
Yeah.
And my brother lives in Texas, so and I'm just like, well.
So I think if I'm afforded the privilege of wheeling in on my suitcase, down in some drinks, I will do that.
Heck yeah.
But I can be chief. I can plan.
You can do it. I know you can.
So,
I know you can.
I mean, let's be honest. I am a mom. So, and my husband, who's really good at everything, doesn't really care about planning because he's not as particular as I am.
Yes.
So I definitely take that on him. But
I will say my husband is like a crazy planner.
Really?
But not in like like a crazy planner. Like he will plan crazy things, which I've told you about.
Oh, yeah, the activities. Yeah,
the crazy things. My 40th funeral.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
He has done so many crazy things.
I'm going to have to meet him eventually. Because
you do need to meet him. And someday we'll have to discuss, as some people who are watching this might know about it, but the elaborate joke he played on me at a local graveyard one when I was 19 years old.
Oh my
so
gosh. We will have to talk about that. Yeah, definitely have to do that. But for now, let's talk about living windows.
Yes. So Hannibal at Christmas is just lovely.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of magical. And so we actually have Victorian Christmas that's going to start things off.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Victorian Christmas goes each weekend. And so if you know where, well, now it's Friendship Brewery. If you know where that's at the end of Main Street, right next to that is Santa's house.
Yep.
And so they're going to start out this weekend, and Santa's going to be there, looks like on starting Saturday. They will also have on Friday Festival of Trees, so Festival of Trees it's $2 for anyone over 13 to get in, but they have like all these amazing trees decorated that you can go and look through. It's sponsored by Hannibal Regional Hospital and O.C. Wilson Scottish Rite Club.
Inside or outside?
It is inside.
Okay.
And you can actually bid on the trees. So
cool.
Yeah. So that runs actually through December 9th or 10th, I believe. So there's some time on that. And then the whole time you've got like I said, through the weekend, Victorian Christmas runs every weekend. And they're going to have a carriage, like horse-drawn carriage.
I was going to say, what makes it Victorian?
Yeah, they've got horse-drawn carriage, and just all the shops are just like into it, you know? And the Santa, the way they have that all set up, it's just it's all
festive.
Just very festive and beautiful. And actually this Saturday, they're going to have music, marshmallows, mistletoe, and a snowball toss over at the Wyman's Pavilion from 3 to 5. And then the Hannibal High School Choir is going to perform, and Christmas Parade is at 6. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So basically on Saturday, it looks like it starts at 11. So if you just go down to Hannibal at 11, then you'll have something to do pretty much all day.
And then wind it up with the Christmas parade.
And wind it up with the Christmas parade. And then it's Sunday, the Festival of Trees is still there. So, but yeah, that is every weekend. Now, Living Windows is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's on the 9th. And yeah, you just at night walk in front of all the windows, and they have all these elaborate, beautiful displays. Yeah. Of course, they do the Living Dead windows, which is the opposite of that, where you've got craziness. But this one is just so homey. I mean, that one's awesome. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
But this one is just, you just walk and you just feel that like Christmas warmth.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It's the Christmas warmth. I don't know. That's just what it is.
People who've experienced it know what you're talking about.
Yes, it's just that magic.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely, Hannibal's definitely a great place to be for Christmas. And in the meantime, there's really lots of great local shops down there to shop at.
Yeah.
So lots of places to get some fun, unique gifts and, things like that.
Yep.
Gift cards. I mean,
Java
Jive.
Especially supporting local, especially this time of year. I know it's easy to Amazon shop or even Temu and Shein or however you say that. But, when you're supporting local, you're doing more than, just buying from a local shop. You're supporting that family and
absolutely,
and their dreams and keeping their shop alive. So
and that's Christmas magic,
right?
Too.
Exactly. It all goes hand in hand. Yes, that's excellent.
Yes.
So Living Windows it's in the evening. Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes, that's going to start. I have it written down. No, I don't.
Okay.
However, and also that same weekend there's a gingerbread contest. So gingerbread house contest too.
Okay.
I forgot about that. So basically what I'm going to tell everybody to do is go to Visit Hannibal website.
There you go.
VisitHannibal.com. You're going to see all the times and you're going to see all the events and really all the cool stuff that's going on for Christmas, because I know I've missed some things, I'm sure.
That's okay.
So, because there's so many. But definitely go to VisitHannibal.com and you will just see all of the awesome things that are going on in Hannibal. So,
and while Christmas warmth is something that a lot of us get to experience, some may not have that privilege, right?
It's true, and some struggle with keeping warm because of their utilities and things like that. Like we've had, with all everything going up all the time. I think a lot of people this year are choosing between how am I going to make food work and presents work? How am I going to pay my bills and make sure my kids have stuff under the tree? And that's been really, that's really hard for people, you know. So there's always that end of it. And I've been talking to Brent Engel at NECAC. NECAC is Northeast Missouri, NECAC, Northeast Community Action Council.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
She was so close.
I knew I had it in my head, and then it just
when you say NECAC for so long, it's hard to think.
Exactly.
Okay, what does that stand for?
What does that actually stand for?
But overall, it stands for
helping people.
There you go.
It is helping people. That's what it's for. So I've been talking to him, and they do provide utility assistance.
Okay.
And he and I have been talking about the fact that there's actually, which speaks to the fact that so many people are needing it right now, they have way more applications than normal this year already.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe he said over 1,000 more than normal. However, they still have a lot of money available, and that's something that we want people to know and be aware that. Get a hold of NECAC if you need help. And there's so many great organizations in Hannibal, but I do know that the funding is there for help for NECAC right now.
Gotcha.
And then, like I said, also, there's, if you need help, Salvation Army, really just starting at one place that is easily accessible to you. They'll get you to where you can get help. So that's one great thing about, there's so many great things about our local, non-for-profits, but one of those is that they all work together hand in hand, and I love that. Yeah. So,
especially this time of year, because it is, I hate the word inflation, but it is there.
That is what it is.
People are struggling.
People are.
Yeah. I mean, and this is across the board.
Yeah.
This isn't just one sector of people or another.
No.
Everyone is kind of struggling.
Everybody, when we went to just get stuff for Thanksgiving, we could not believe the price.
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'll pick up things and not even, realize until you get there and total it all.
Yeah.
And then you're just like.
And your 6 things is like $100 and you're like, what the?
I know.
Get me out of here. And then you have to Christmas shop, and then you're like, oh my gosh, never mind. My kids don't need all that stuff.
I know.
Especially the trendy stuff.
I know. It's like, do you want spearmint toothpaste?
Right.
Or do you want...
you want razors or do you want socks?
Yeah.
You get to pick.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to know that there are organizations that are there to help. Mm-hmm. Also good to know that Hannibal has great things, a lot of them free, that you can experience this time of year. So get your families together, travel to Hannibal, support the local businesses there, and get your holidays kicked off right.
Yay!
Right?
So much coming up. It's going to be fun.
I know. I'm excited.
And tiring.
It is.
And exhausting.
That's what the season's about, man. Just the season.
Yeah.
Warmth and exhaustion.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty much.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Well, Meg, always great talking to you.
Too.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. That does it for today. We'll catch you tomorrow for Club Muddy. See ya.
Bye.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.